If we look at the first frame, you can see the lighting is really soft. So how do we create this soft light here? And we actually have a more wider shot from the scenery. As you can see, this is the scene. We're in a studio, so all this background floor are built. So this is not a real scene. We are not in a building. That means we have space. As you can see, he still has a really nice key. They put here a 12 by 12 butterfly with the grids and shot a strong light, like in 2200, on this kinds of set they would use HMIs, it would be an M40 or something like that, to give him the key. But because we are in the studio scenario, the whole wall became a softbox. So if we just light with a lot of lights in the background, the whole background, we get this nice, even soft light that wraps into the scenery. So we just need a little bit more punch on him or remove light from here. So nonetheless, they put another light here around the corner with a softbox and a grid and shot at him to get a little bit more key on him. And then I put a neck fill on this side so that he doesn't get as much bounce. But what also makes this shot here more three-dimensional is the silhouettes. Try to use more silhouettes. A lot of people try to overlight the scenery and think about it, okay, we have to now to see also these people, this people. No, always think about what is the point where your audience have to look. And the audience has to look at Ronaldo. So everything else is just the idea of being there. They getting a wrap light from also the studio, so they get this nice rim light, but the back from them is always dark. So because it's not interesting, we just want to know, okay, there are people. And what you want to know is probably what cameras did they use here. And if we look closely, I think it's a Canon C200 or something similar, something in the Canon cinema line. On this side, it's clearly C70 or C80. These are cameras that are most of the time normally used for documentary like working. So I think they fit here pretty well. But if you look back at the close-up, most of the time you light differently from the close-up and the wide shot. Because on a wide shot you have to light more hard. You can use soft lights because on the distance everything becomes then really flat. So when we get closer, now what they probably did is, what I said before, they got with a big butterfly closer, put a light, shot through it, maybe put another 1x1 diffusion in between. So we get this nice roll off and put here some neck film. This is most of the time where you get this really creamy look. And what you also can see, no backlight. I tell it in a lot of videos, backlights are a thing that is slowly moving away. You not have on every shot a backlight because it tends to look more unnatural and more shot. It's not look as real as when you're just doing a key light that is soft or when you don't have a practical in the background. That's just my theory. I don't know the reason. I do by myself a lot less backlights, just in scenes where I think, okay, otherwise there would be enough contrast or it just would look good. This is the next shot from the commercial. And as you can see, we just have this TV in the schoolroom as a light source. And I think here, that's not the TV light that casting the glow around here. They put here probably a carpet light and did a replacement with VFX that we see an image in here because TVs don't have much output, and often in scenarios where you want a sunset look in the background you will do it with green screen, but I think this whole scene is real. You would only do a thing like this in real when you do just one shot. Commercials on this level have sometimes locations where it's just one shot, so you can prepare half a day just to know, okay, every actor has to sit here, we're doing this camera movement. There is no, okay, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. No, we just concentrate on this shot. That's the only thing we need because the storyboard is already approved from the people that give us the money. So we do just this shot. So, and this looks really like a scene. They will put just this light and boost the ISO. And we in 2025. We do color grading. So the shot would probably do a lot brighter in all directions, but you can see here is clearly a power mask where they darkened the edges a lot more down so that we have a much more centered look at the scene, and I think it looks really cool. Really try to make a shot like this at blue hour or sunset, because when here wouldn't be any texture, the shot would look a lot less professional and a lot less good. When you ever shot at night, you probably notice it's really difficult to get a nice exposure. That's the reason a lot of commercials shot at blue hour. But as you can see here with motorcycles, you probably do a lot more shots. They didn't make it in just blue hour, so they have to shot in the dark. How you can make it a little less better in completely darkness, because the problem most of the time is crushed blacks, uninteresting viewing angles, a lot of noise. So what do? You blast a lot of smoke into the scene. Smoke, haze, to lift the shadows most of the time in dark scenarios, and also let the lights glow. We get nice light shafts. Our street lights get more prominent. So it's an easy trick to, it doesn't realistic. Maybe you can argue, okay, it's from the cars, from the motorcycle, but it's a look that really enhances the mood of the scenery. That's what we do as a cinematographer. We enhance an emotion that we try to transfer to the community. So try to work with natural elements that make sense, because at night, just blasting a light or something really looks most of the time like someone's really blasting a light or something. So use available cards, use street lights, and then try to recreate the direction from the light. So when you're standing at the key light, at the street light, don't start putting here your softbox and blast it at the person. Try to do a top light, enhance the street light. It looks more cinematic and more natural. In days of AI and a lot more accessibility to crazy shots, be fast, be creative. Now's the time. This was shot probably real swimming pool where they black out the corners, decorated the ground a bit, but that's a lot of work. That's expensive, and overall, it's an interesting shot, but do you want to do it for a lot of money? You need a lot of prep time, you need security, because working underwater and maybe it doesn't work. So this is a shot that is clearly dying per AI. And I'm not using it a lot myself, but you have to be on the train to try to just understand the tools that are out there, like Runaway, Weo, Sora. What are the benefits from this AI tools? Higfield is another popular tool. So be on the tracks, because I think real footage will be always there. So I don't think AI is removing our jobs, because you will probably see it online. People are annoyed by AI commercials and they don't like them, but that's the reason, because we see it's AI. But the gap is getting so close that we can tell the difference. But still, people want, on big brands, I think, real footage. When there's a car commercial, I don't want to see the new Porsche in AI. So this doesn't feel right. This would be a premium argument for a lot of companies when they say, we make real commercials, not AI. So, but for 1 or 2 shots where you can have a nice highlight in your cinematography, you can use AI, and this would probably one of them I would choose when I have the vision to do a shot like this. So if you enjoyed the video, I really would appreciate a subscription from you. My name is Marco Bagnoli, and we see you next time.